Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well. I know this isn't a Friday read. This is going to be kind of like what I read last week and what I've read this weekend. I was out on Friday with one of my friends when we met for lunch and had a wee wander around an outdoor shopping mall on the outskirts of Edinburgh, and it was just really, really nice and a really lovely time. And when I came back, I was tired and I thought I'm not gonna film today. And then yesterday I was tired as well and thought no, I'll wait and do it on Sunday. So that's kind of why this video, or my weekend reading video, is coming out on a Sunday, not a Friday. I hope you'll forgive me. I'm sure you will do, but that's the reason why. I hope you've had a good week. Mine's been not bad. Managed to do, I think, fingers crossed, I have my introduction to my thesis, hopefully a full copy stage. Please let it be a full copy stage. I've also managed to get some participants for my study, so I am really chuffed with that. So it's been been quite a positive week university wise and other things wise. So that it's been a nice week for me, which is lovely. Reading wise, I've done really well. I have been pushing the reading a bit, and there's a reason behind it I will explain in a minute. But I think this week I have finished, hold on till I get the old reading diary, I have finished 4 books. Oh my word, I read 4 books this week. Wow. So I finished Risk It All for a Second Chance by Annie Clayton. This was a NetGalley book for review, so I'll be doing a separate video on that. Really enjoyed that one, that was good. And then last weekend I managed to watch the 20th reunion of Harry Potter, and it inspired me to read Harry Potter, so I read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling, and I just really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the reunion program as well. I thought that was really good, really, really well done. There are still some questions for me that J.K. Rowling has never answered. And I would really, really like to know the answers to it. And I'll tell you what they are, because maybe you figured it out. 1. How did the Dursleys get on having to live within the magical community? Because Voldemort was obviously going to try and kill Harry. Did they become reconciled to the magical community, and did they make friends, etc.? Did Aunt Petunia kind of realise that her sister was really not a freak after all, and it was just something, it was just what she was? I would really like to know that. My second question is, I know that Hermione basically wiped her parents' memories that they had a daughter, so which basically means that she also lost her family because of Voldemort. Was there a way that they were able to reverse that she could have her family back, or did she lose them completely as well? So those are my 2 burning questions that I've always had after finishing the series. So if anybody's got any thoughts, please let me know down in the comments. I would really like to know. So that's kind of, that's why those questions have come up. But I really enjoyed reading Harry Potter, and I will continue to read the series, I think, probably throughout the year. I'd read that. Then I finished yesterday Sleigh Bells Ring by RaeAnne Thayne. I'd got this one before Christmas, or did I get this? I might have got this as a Christmas present actually from my mum and dad. I really, really enjoyed this. We meet Annalise, who is the manager of Angel's View Ranch, and she works for the Sheridan family. Well, for Wallace Sheridan, who is kind of the patriarch of the family, but he dies. Now, Angel's View used to be owned by Annalise's family, but they sold it to the Sheridans. But she came back while Wallace was alive to just basically run the ranch. Or not run the ranch, but look after it. But Wallace's family decide that they're going to come back at Christmas and have a wee memorial, and then they're planning on selling it. First to arrive is Tate Sheridan, who Annalise had the biggest crush on when she was a child. And he arrives before his family, and he's like, okay, right, I need to speak to the cooks, etc., etc. She's like, well, they're not here. I am the only one. And he's like, what? She said, I'm the one that is looking after this place, as well as the two cowboys who run the ranch side of things. Oh. So it's a story of the two of them trying to get the house ready for his family to arrive. Mix into that equation, Annalise is helping out her brother by looking after his twin kids, who are in first grade. Plus, Annalise has got other things happening in her own life as well. It was a really, really good book. I gave this 5 out of 5 because the characters were so good. I liked the plot line so much. I like the fact that also once they've been there, like Tate has been there for a while, his family descend, but there are various things happening within his family or that have happened within his family that need to be resolved. And, you know, it's also a family realising that they have to pull together, and that as well as putting together that they should spend time helping others as well. Really, really enjoyed it and would recommend this one. Do you have to read it at Christmas time? Yeah, it's set at Christmas time, but you know me, I'll read Christmas books any time of the year, but I know I really, really enjoyed it and would recommend it. I also read on my Kindle here, hold on till I get the name of it, The Start of Something by Miranda Dixon. This is a NetGalley e-arc. I will tell you more about it once I have done, when I do my review. I plan to this year do reviews for my NetGalley books separately from these videos, because I think it gives me more time to chat about them and doesn't make these videos quite so long. So yeah, so that's, you know, what I've been reading. And then I picked up last night Daisy's Christmas Gift Shop by Hannah Pearl. I am on 100 pages through, so it's fairly short. I should get this finished tonight or today, so that's fine. So you should probably ask yourself, why am I pushing it? And when I said I was going to take my time, well, I suddenly realised that next month I had something like 3 NetGalley e-arcs all to read within the first 8 days. And I thought, I'm never going to manage that in a month of Sundays. So that's why I kind of put 2 of them in this month, as well as 2 normal NetGalley e-arcs that that I needed to read this month. Also, is to make room for a big chunker of a book that I'm reading as a buddy read next month, but I'm not going to tell you about that until my February TBR is announced. I tell you the truth, like one of my friend Rebecca, the colourful book nester, she's already planning February's reading. And I'm like, I haven't even thought about it. The only thing I've thought about is our buddy read. That's it. I haven't thought of anything else. Next weekend's time enough for that. So that's what I've kind of been reading this week. Have you read any of the books? If so, please let me know down in the comments down below. What have you been reading this week? I'd really like to know. When I was out with my friend on Friday, one of the auspices of going to that specific mall was because there's a Waterston's there, and I'd pre-ordered a book way back in October and it came in. So the pre-order book was The Family You Make by Jill Shalvis. So I'm really, really looking forward to reading this. I haven't even read the back of it yet, but I thought, well, it's a new series, want to start with this, so I'm looking forward to this. While I was there, I'd heard somebody talk about this book, and it sounded really, really interesting, and the kind of book that I thought I quite fancy reading. So Sarah the Bookish Knitter last year read Away with the Penguins by Hazel Pryor, and she really, really loved it. And I saw it, and I picked it up. Now, the funny thing is that my friend that I was with, Jen, her daughter, had picked this book up in a shop over the Christmas period and went, Mum, you've got to read this book. This is so good. So Jen and I, what's going to happen is I'm going to read this, and then I guess my mum will probably want to read it as well, and then Jen will read it once we've finished with it. But Oh, I am so looking forward to it. It's the premise is Veronica McCready lives in a mansion by the sea. She loves a nice cup of tea and a good wildlife documentary, and she's never seen without her ruby red lipstick. Although these days Veronica is rarely seen by anyone because, at 85, her days are spent mostly at home alone. Veronica doesn't have family or friends nearby, not that she knows anyway. Not that she knows about anyway, and she has no idea where she's going to leave her considerable wealth when she dies. But one day, today, Veronica is going to make a decision that will change everything. Oh, that just sounds so good. So that was my purchase. And then I got my Christmas present for my friend's daughter, who came over from Canada for part of the festive season to see her mum. And I'd asked would they do something for me with regards to Harlequin books, and I said I'll pay you. But her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend decided, no, we're going to buy them for you for your Christmas. So the three books that they bought me for my Christmas are Christmas at the Chateau by Rochelle Allers. I've read one Rochelle Allers book before, really, really enjoyed it. So I'm so looking forward to this one. Then A Small Town Christmas Challenge by Suzanne Dietsy. So actually, the Christmas at the Chateau, that's what that's about. Hopefully you can read that. Then that's what the Small Town Christmas Challenge is about. Two of them to do with houses and doing up hello. And then the last one is Mountainside Murderer by Nicole Helm. I've never read Nicole Helm, but I believe she's very good. And it's got a doggy in it. So I kind of told them what lines I liked within the Harlequin publications. So they decided to get me one from three of the ones that I liked. So I am so grateful to them. It's like, it really is, my little Harlequin collection is slowly growing, which is really, really nice. So that's kind of what I've been reading. I'm gonna definitely finish this one today, and then I'm doing a buddy read next week of Her Royal Spyness by Rhys Bowen with Rebecca the Colourful Book Nester. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's our buddy read for January, so I'm looking forward to that. Will I read anything else along with that? I might do. I will just see how I feel. If you could see the pile that's kind of behind the computer at the moment, it is my TBR basically for the year, and I think there are about 40 books on there, plus I've got some Harlequins I haven't read yet. So yeah, hold on, let's see if I shall just gently. Hopefully you can see those. Oh, so hopefully that is my nice big TBR pile there. Enjoying. So hopefully that will you get a 362 of the bedroom. But yeah, so that's kind of my TBR, and I do want to try and read as much of that this year as I can. If I could clear it, I would be a very, very happy person. As I say, I've got the ones I just got this week or the other day to had, plus I've got some Harlequins down that I got for Christmas. But I just keep them on my Harlequin shelf. So yeah, I think roughly, I had 56. I'm reading 4 off, so I've probably got about 60 that I need to clear or would like to clear this year. And possibly try not to add any onto that, but I don't think that's going to be possible. That is blatantly not going to be possible, is it? When I go out and I'm only going for one book and I actually buy another one yet. It's like, no. So we will see what the TBR pile does. A lot of the TBR is actually Christmas books I didn't get to this year. So that's, I don't mind that. I can just read them as I want throughout the year, rather than just saving them to binge read in December. Also, I guess my thought process is if I manage to read them all this year, then it means that I can buy new ones next Christmas. But anyway, I'm waffling at this point, and waffling is not what we're here for. But please let me know what you're doing this weekend and what books you've read. I watched rugby yesterday. I will plan to watch rugby again today and read and do some cross stitch. Oh my blast, I meant to bring my cross stitch. Oh, I'll let you see my cross stitch next week. But if you follow me on Instagram, you will see the progress I am making with my cross stitch. But until next weekend, friends, stay safe and happy reading. Bye.